Hello, hello, are you out there? This is Mark, and we're playing Master of Orion, Conquer the Stars, the 2016 offering for the Master of Orion series. Not done by the initial guys that did it, Micropros back in the day, but someone new. I don't know who. But it's a good game. I really like it. Play the heck out of it. It has been weeks since I recorded an episode, but this is the game we're picking up on. We're playing the humans, to remind anyone. We are trying to do diplomacy as opposed to just crazy conquest because we're kind of trying to role play how the humans would play. So here's the status. We have the upper hand. The game is all but won. It's just how do you win it out? We've made alliances with nearly everyone. Alliance. We are at war with the Bulrathi. That happened because the Darlock called on the alliance with us, which automatically made us at war against the Bulrathi. So that's kind of the only trick to being in an alliance with everyone, is whoever triggers the alliance call first to war sucks you in against the opponent. There's still one species we've never met with, which is fine. So ultimately, I'm waiting for like the diplomatic vote, or like the Senate of the galaxy to assemble to start voting, because I'm hoping we could win and win by election, which would be a nice peaceful way to bring peace to the galaxy. I could also see trying to win financially, saving up our BC and doing it that way. And of course, the final way that would be relatively peaceful relative to our neighbors would be to use the Antaran portal, send a big fleet through, kill all the Antarans, pacify them peacefully, and then we could win that way. Or I could just do all out war, but I really don't want to do that on this run through. Now, pirates popping back up as pirates do. Pirates going to want to pirate. I see they're targeting Gammas right there. I don't really have a good ship to defend. Well, let's see. We're sending in that cruiser. That's great. Destroyer completed. Nargle. Ah, that is literally the destroyer we have right there. Supergravity research completed. Let's take a look at that really quickly. I'm 327 turns into this game. I'm kind of surprised our spy couldn't steal anything from the Nolan. I'm kind of surprised we don't have more technology yet, to be honest. If we can get the Galactic Stock Exchange discovered, I'm starting Bravo on a new steel technology mission against the Nolan. They probably won't have anything anytime soon, but we're stealing from all of the other species right now as we can. At any rate, Galactic Currency Exchange, if we develop that technology, then we can create it, buy a bunch of shares on it, and then potentially win by economic victory. So that would be a way I could conceive of winning with humans. Termontius 2 has reached max pop. Okay, no problem. That means we can pull off a couple farmers, put them into research there. So that's kind of as low as we can go. But we have our first battleship in the pipeline. If I go up to my fleets tab, which we rarely go to, I scroll down. Oh, we do. Actually, we do have a battleship. Okay, right there. That looks like it's this single line symbol, this rectangle. Oh, and there's another one. Okay, well, we got a couple battleships. So let's jump to the path to victory. I've been dragging this on for a while, but we're ahead of the Alkari. We're not massively ahead of the Alkari, but we're a good length ahead. Actually, the Alkari and the Bulrathi are in a pretty close race against each other for power. But yeah, we're ahead on pretty much everything. We have a massive economic share. That's what I was saying about the GDP. We could win economically, definitely. So, that being said, we could go in and take a swat at the Bulrathi if we want to. I don't want to. We could also colonize all these other planets, but it's a big pain in the butt. But it looks like there's another 10, 12 planets there to colonize. But let's just push forward with what we got. Next turn. I'm not exactly sure what I'm waiting for. I don't know exactly when. Okay, so the pirates are blockading Gammas, so we're going to go after them. But let's take this destroyer. Let's raid the pirate base right here. Attack. Drop all. We decimated the pirates.
Of the pirate base has left
96 credits. Awesome. Now, I am going to send this destroyer directly to Gammas. 3 turns. Otherwise, terraforming, subterranean farms, fleet needs orders. Yeah, this is the battleship. Geez, you know what I really want to do? I want to push into here. We haven't explored this yet. Oh my gosh, is that another pirate fleet? I can't believe the Bullrathi haven't pushed into this. Yeah, we're going to go take on that pirate base in just a moment. And subsequently have our battleship explore this whole system here. Next turn. We could punch the Bullrathi in the mouth pretty freaking hard here. Oh, here come the pirates going to attack us. We're going to auto-resolve that. That was like a suicide mission there. They had no chance. But yeah, let's go take on their colony. Canopus. Drop all.
The destruction of the
And there's 93 more credits. Awesome. And then from there, we'll just scout out the rest of that. Neutron Collider completed at Matar 3. And Hydroponic Farm completed at Sagnes 2. So we're doing our spine. No useful technology. Jump back in there. So espionage is cooking along pretty good. We've got our little bevy of heroes. Only 7 allowed, I guess, because we're playing on a medium galaxy. I think that can go up to 10, I think, if you're playing on a huge galaxy. But yeah, everyone's assigned to cruisers. You know what I'd like to see is some of these folks on battleships. So let's go into assignment, and we're going to move Enigma here from a cruiser to one of our battleships. Select. And then let's do another good fighter. Beam defense, command points. Yeah, let's do missile attack. We're going to assign Anna North to our other battleship. So over time, we'll want to get all of our ship leaders. We have 5 of them onto battleships. 3 of them have been switched over. We need 3 more battleships to have that finished off. Now, I see some more stuff we're working on here. Neutron Collider completed Atomic. Research Lab at Algo 3. It's a new colony. Advanced Data Center completed at Huel Prime. Yeah, let's jump in there. So that Advanced Data Center is really helping these scientists beef up their research. They're maxed out on POP. Let's jump in here and see what else we could build. Interesting. More colony ships, more battleships. That's all good stuff. But ultimately, shoot. So I could go with the Holo Simulator in 6 turns. That should be enough to get this final guy. Well, that's questionable. The Holo Simulator will push us to 90%, but that's still only 9 out of 10. So I don't know that that'll make that guy happy. So let's actually cancel that. And let's go for... Yeah, let's go for more military ships, folks. Let's just get these battleships built up. Because ultimately up here, our command points, we've only utilized 56 of our 133 command points. We're not even halfway maxed out on the size of our fleet. Let's get that sucker beefed up there, and at the very least, we can make a run on the Anterans. So that's done. Government Support Facility, Igamis 4. This is another newish little civilization here. Let's get an autofac going. Maybe a Colonial Revenue Service to start generating some income. And maybe some hydroponic farms to help them grow faster. So I'm not going to load it up, but we'll just throw 3 in there. That'll take it for a while. And our destroyers in route. Finally, I'm on the Empires tab. Let's just sort by pollution real quick. Here you see we are getting pollution on Tormontius too. That is because we have all these people building stuff. Okay, so that drops us to a 0, which is cool, but that won't allow the 12 pollution to dissipate. So we actually have to pull off 1 more person. And now it's at a -4, so that'll clear up in a few turns. And in the meantime, these 3 folks will have that battleship made in 8 more turns. We could even buy it outright, but I'm not going to mess with that. Let's go to our production real quick. We'll scale up and down. And at the bottom of the scale here, the low end, if you had anyone who didn't have anyone building, they had 0 production, it would be a dash. It would be like infinite to build the object. So you'd want to do something to help make a purchase or get some production guys working. But we don't have that issue here. However, at the other end, I like to look at anything that's outrageously long-term. This subterranean farm right here on Matar 3 is 25 turns away. That's like a lifetime. Is there something better they could maybe be building for us? They're growing. Let's do this. Let's pluck one of these farmers off. Drop them in there. That'll shave 10 rounds off. It's kind of a good compromise. The subterranean farm will help these farmers grow the population much more quickly, but we got to get it built first. And I don't want to drop 1300 BC. That would be most of our piggy bank, so let's not do that. We'll back out here, and then last thing, let's jump into the diplomacy tab and look real quick. Who has money to go into a trade agreement right now? The Alkari do, but we're already in a trade treaty. We're at the Bulrathi, so that's it. Let's next turn. We'll go for about 20 more minutes here. But yeah, we'll just try and advance through some rounds. Echo could not steal. We'll go in, reassign Echo on the Bulrathi mission. There we go. Algo is grown. Nargle Prime is grown. Neutron Collider at Tormontius is completed, but with something else in the queue. And finally, Fungal Farm's completed at Matar 5. Let's take a look. So, yeah, we're growing, although slowly. We've maxed our farmers, but it's going to be 45 turns, so it's going to be very slow going for them at this point. Let's see what we could build next that could help them out. Everyone's pretty happy here. Let's go with that Robo-Miner first, and then go with the Subterranean Farm. Alright, and then maybe a Spaceport. Load a few things in there so we don't have to go back to it too soon. Here we go. Our battleship, we're just exploring Canopus here. Several more areas to explore. We'll get to all those. Next turn. I'll tell you what, I know the Bulrathi do not want to tangle with those battleships. They're the biggest, baddest ships in the galaxy right now. Here we are taking on the pirates that are blockading our ship. Our planet will auto-resolve. So we freed Gammas from the blockade. Awesome. Honestly, I want to post this destroyer right here. And the next time a pirate base is made, we'll rush right in and take it out quickly, hopefully. But I like to leave the pirate bases area to spawn because it can yield population for us. It's one of the easiest ways to gain population in the game, actually. So, that being said, colony ship completed at Sol. Yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, there we go. Let's move a guy off of production into farming. We got to regain that one pop. Battleship's next in the queue, and then here's the colony ship. Looks like we're going to have to send it into the core of the galaxy. We'll colonize one of these other systems here. Haven't we really hit yet? Yeah, there's not a lot of great options. Gravity. Let's actually send him in right here. There's 3 planets, so I'd like to take it sooner rather than later. And actually, Cadmus 2 has Dark Quartz, which will yield 2 production automatically. It allows that planet's colony to grow much more quickly. They can just build stuff. So let's send it to Cadmus 2. Otherwise, everyone else is good. Next turn. At some point, we got to resolve this game, so we're going to probably start building up our navy considerably. Robo-Miner completed on Atomic 3 with nothing else in the queue. Yeah, they're doing pretty good. No researchers, that's fine. They're still growing in population. So, they have their automated factory made. Let's get them some growth. Here we go. So this soil enrichment would be +1 per farmer. And the cloning center is just a straight up 25% growth pop. Let's go to the soil enrichment. That'll give us quick returns. Let's get that hollow simulator in there. And let's get a starbase in there. Okay. Done. Fleet needs orders. We'll just have that destroyer defend. Again, they're kind of an overwatch on Cadmus for the time being. And here's our battleship moving to its final planet. We've now scouted out this system. I think we should take over this system personally. So we're at war. We're going to move in on this guy. We're going to take them out, and then we're going to have this battleship defend right here. And then we're going to have this guy, this cruiser, move to here and defend right here. The reason for that is we want these 5 planets. That's a great system. We want that to be ours. So what I need is my most available colony ship. Let's sort by production. I'm just seeing if I have any colony ships readily. Nah, nothing's queued up. Let's do this then. Let's hit done. Currently, we have this colony ship en route. They haven't left the jump gate yet, which is awesome. Because once they start jumping, we can't bring them back. However, you'll notice these Nolan, apparently that scout can use our jump gates. You see them literally traveling between our units, so that's interesting. I guess maybe you destroy your own jump gates if you had to. If you were ever afraid the enemy was going to use them against you, you could essentially go to the gate, jump on it, and scrap it if you had to. But at any rate, I'm going to grab this advanced colony ship. I'm going to divert them from Cadmus up to here because, yeah, this is a nice system here. Just can choose the best planet for us. Gold there, I like that. No real production benefits. So yeah, let's send it here to Canopus Prime where the gold is. 11 turns. Next turn.
I would prefer us to engage
interesting.
In profitable association.
We're in harmony with these guys, but they're proposing to give us the Battloids and we give them pulse-on missiles. No, thank you. Ground combat's nearly useless in this game, so I don't. You can't read it, but Battloids behind my face box, they're just like big mecha. But we're not doing a lot of ground combat, so no, I'm going to decline.
This saddens me.
All right, it didn't affect our harmony, though, so I'm okay with that. That's because we're diplomatic, so we suffer negative reactions from alien species less harshly, right? Their negative reaction is smaller to things we do that they don't like, so that's good for us. So they were like, yeah, we don't like it, but they didn't really change the meter, it didn't budge. That being said, Holo Simulator, government support, autofac, battleships completed at Niu 2. This is our little volcanic boundary planet, Niu. They just build and build and build, and these guys kick butt. They don't need cloning centers, they don't need data centers, they don't need Holo Simulator, they don't need any recycling, they don't need any of this. You know what they need? Battleships. Dude, I would actually load up more, but if we have upgrades on ships, I don't want to be building old ships. So, new battleship, yeah, let's send it in. To where? I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm doing with these ships right now. We could try and take out the Space Dragon. Yeah, let's send it in this way, because we could build up a fleet here and eventually take on the Space Dragon, which looks like a giant koi fish, but you get the idea. Choose research.
Just a minute of your time, President.
We must choose one or the other. Again, Battloids, battle stink. Yeah. Fast missile rack. Yeah, that's cool. It allows you to fire missiles 1/3 faster rate. Cool. Missiles are actually really good in the game, especially if you MIRV them. Multiple independent re-entry vehicles. Means you get 2 warheads out of 1 missile for like 50% more space. It's really worth it. Massive firepower. It's actually a little bit broken. If you strip all the beam weapons out of your ships, load up only missiles, you will overwhelm anything else in the game with the missile salvos. Nothing can stop it that I've seen, or at least the way the AI builds their ships, they can't stop it. It's possible against a human player they could adjust to that with some, lightning field or whatever the hell, missiles, EMC jamming, that kind of stuff, and could overcome you that way. But the AI can't do it. We are down to this last lower tier transgenetics for Gaia World Transformation.
Terrific.
Yeah, that just means it's the perfect planet for the size. You can get the most population on there. I'm just taking it because it's next in the order, so I don't really upgrade my terraforming that much. Usually there's enough worlds to conquer, you never have to worry about terraforming them that much, but if you want to, knock yourself out. Next round. Watching the clock, we got about 10 more minutes on this video. We keep them about 30 minutes. And some people get through that. They like it. It's I guess entertaining-ish. Awesome. Delta just stole the Battloids from the Alkari. I'm really glad we did not trade for them. That would have been a total freaking waste. Let's go redeploy Delta for another steal mission. And essentially, we're just going through, just hoovering up all the technologies the other species in the galaxy have that we didn't invent for ourselves. And it's allowing us to really dominate on technology. Pindharma 2 has grown. Autofat completed it. Fleet needs orders. That's a scout ship. I'm going to guard right here. Now you see we have our ships guarding this system, so the Bulrathi can no longer penetrate into there. And hopefully our colony ship will zip through. Yeah. And actually, I'm going to send our space factory that way right now, because we could have them build the jump gate, military outpost, and potentially harvest that gas giant there. Next turn. We'll get him in there now. Ultimately, though, we need that colony ship to get there before the Darlock might close their borders to us. I don't know if they would do that, but... Neutron Collider complete at Atari 3. We got a boatload of money saved up. That's nice. But that's a long turn. Is everyone else processing there? Bravo could not steal from the Nolam. So that was a full cycle of our spies there. We started on Nolam 10 turns later. Hydroponic farm at Algo 3. Hydroponic farm at Nargle Prime. Fungal farms at Tamek Prime. Let's jump in there. Alright. Fungal farm I think is just like a +1 to food production, so pretty pitiful, pittance, whatever. But I have one unhappy person. Yeah, I could see doing the Hollow Simulator, although it is expensive. Yeah, the production's really cruddy here. Yeah, crud. Alright, let's do the RoboMiner first, then the Hollow Simulator. Yeah, they'll be maxed out on food by the time, by the time those are done, they'll probably have their pop all the way up. So, let's do planetary radiation shield, yeah. And we'll do that just to help protect against attacks from Antarans and whatnot. They really help defend your planet very thoroughly, actually. So, let's just hit done. We're good enough. Good enough. Maybe I should pull one of those farmers off and put them into production, because the farmers are only producing +1 each. So they probably would get more production done than farming. Ugh. I try not to micromanage that much, but you could. You could definitely optimize more than what you guys see me do when I play this game. Okay, here we go. Battleship completed at Tormontes 2. They crushed that out in short order. Very cool. Anything else they need there? We don't need to upgrade star bases to battle stations at this point. There's no military threat, and they just cost. For instance, they yield more command points. The maintenance is twice, I think it's twice. So, yeah. That being said, what do we want? I would take another battleship. Yeah, we can't have too many. We have tons of headroom still on our command point. So, that being said, let's send this guy off to go take on that space dragon at some point in the future. And space elevator completed at Obakis Prime. Space elevator gives us a big reduction to ship production cost. It's about a 30% divot it takes out of there. So I do appreciate that a lot. Now, no unhappy pops. They're growing towards their final population. We're not polluting, so it's a pretty self-sufficient little place here. But I would say let's go for battleship here as well. It might be a little bit of a broken record, but we get like 20 of those. We might be able to make a run on the Antarans. Maybe not next turn. If we do another round of Master of Orion in the future, we'll make a more militaristic race, and we might play on a higher difficulty. I think this is like medium. But yeah, we could play on like second to hardest, and then you got to really kind of go after it and be pretty aggressive, I find, to win. So unfortunately, I see the Antarans are sending a considerable fleet, cruisers, destroyers, frigates, and they're gonna crush Sagans too. Here's the problem: we can't stop it. They don't have a planetary radiation shield, but I could buy one. That fleet will wipe out that single pop, and they'll essentially denude the planet of our people. We all die, and we got nothing left. But I can just buy this sucker outright. Let's just do it. And then that might be sufficient to stop all their bombardment. It'll be a good demonstration, actually. They'll be there in 3 turns, so let's do that. I also noticed that our trade treaty with Alkari just expired. Let's try and go generate another one. Let's see who has the money for it. Not the Nolan. Not the Darlock. Yeah, Not the Blarathi. So let's try and go in. We're going to create an audience.
Well,
Negotiate.
what position would you
Shit.
put forth?
Trade treaty. Counterpart does not have enough credits. Deal requires 564, and they have
Then carry you to
531. Okay, crud. That sucks because we're gonna go broke. We're deep in the red right now. So now we could adjust to 5 BC per pop tax from 4. But what's going to happen is our 8 unhappy people are going to jump way up. Let's just check. It doesn't hurt to try. So we went from 8 to 22. So we lost 14 productive pop are no longer productive. But it puts us back in the yellow. I think that might have to be what it is for the time being. So pirate fleet at Cadmus. There we go. Let's send in the destroyer to go raid again. So they'll come for us, and then we can take out the base, hopefully get a population out of it. Robo-miners at Tamek 2. Soil enrichment at Tamek 3. Spaceport at Matar Prime. Autofac at Gamas 4. And transgenic research.
Our scientists have made a new
There
discovery.
you go. That's the Gaia-class planet. We might do a couple just for demonstration purposes, but you see we're at a major tier here. All these are at the same tier. There's 8 of them. There's a lot of good stuff. We're starting to hit into the pretty sweet stuff here. Advanced military outpost, Space Academy, which helps you get a lot more overhead for smaller ships within your fleet, cost you less command points. Marine pods, we don't need. Phase rifles, phasers, that's a very, very good weapon. It'll give us a definite military advantage over everyone else. Class 5 shield, lightning field, pulsar, that helps defend against ships and missiles. These would be some of those technologies that would allow you to take out quite a missile swarm pretty readily. Not all of them, but a good chunk. Positronic computer, that's 100% fire accuracy. That's, I think, the second best computer in the game. Very, very high fire probability hit. Auto lab, universal antidote with the 25% population growth. Yeah, that's probably the one I want. Mega fluxers, ship space increased by 15%, so you can fit a lot more equipment on each individual ship. Not a lot more, but 15% more. So a little more weapons and whatnot. This is all good, folks. Titan construction, badass looking ship. But I want that universal antidote.
Fantastic.
That'll help our colonies grow faster. And since we're playing more of the peaceful route, I'm not going to focus on something like a phaser right off the bat. Although the phaser's a great weapon. So yeah, next turn. Let's take care of this pirate problem. And we'll resolve what happens with the Ontaran attack, and that'll probably be it for today. They're attacking us. We auto-resolve. Our destroyer has no problem taking them out. Charlie could not steal from the Darlock. Let's send Charlie back in on the espionage tab. Steal, start mission. Cool. Alright. The pirates attacked us, so we still get to move on our turn. Kind of like D&D that way, right? Initiative. Let's attack and cross our fingers, hope for freed prisoners.
Your crew descends to investigate the remains of the pirate enclave.
Heck yeah. Sweet. Nargle Prime just got an extra pop. That was awesome. And we just send the destroyer out again. We'll just keep bouncing them in and out and raiding the pirates. The pirates don't raid us. We raid them. Yeah, there you go. That's how you do it. Nargle Prime grew. Planetary radiation shield completed at Sagan's 2. Perfect. You see this beautiful shimmering barrier now? That's going to keep this one poor guy here from getting annihilated. They're going to drop like bio-terminator weapons, you know, like, not Terminators, but, yeah, biochemical, you know, yeah. What's the word for it? The weapon of mass destruction. Not nuclear. Not chemical. Biological. There you go. NBA. NBC? NBC? NCBS? Nuclear, chemical, biological. NBC manuals. Army. Old school. Yeah, 2 turns away, and we'll get to see if we can fight all that off with that one barrier shield and nothing else. Fleet needs orders. Great. Here's our space factory. We can't really build anything useful here until we have the colony. And you can see the colony ship's still 3 turns away. So we're almost there. But I'll just have them defend for the time being. Next turn. And we're just about done on this episode, folks. I hope the Darlock don't attack my ship. I don't think they would do that. Oh, nice. Echo stole from the Bulrathi the structural analyzer. Very nice. Free technology. We're going to send Echo back in. Reinitialize her mission. And next turn. Colony ship's nearly there. And Terrans are 1 turn away. They may attack on this turn. There they go. They go before we do. Just word of warning. So we had no defenders, so we don't have to do any battle. But this is the colony assault at Sagan's 2. The Antaran's going to drop 7 biological bombs. But here's our planetary radiation shield at 100%. You 7% per hit. We easily resisted all of it. No damage to our population, no damage to our structures. Now, a really massive Antaran fleet could potentially beat through that, but it would still keep most of your people safe. Otherwise, those 7 bombs would have... There'd be nothing left here. So we survived.
Let your defeats be a portent for all.
They're mocking us. They're taunting us. We don't care.
Galactic
And,
News Network.
and then here's the news robots.
The carnage continues on the human front as the Antarans renew their savage and hitherto
Did they?
successful assault
Did they, though?
against the human republic.
Yeah, it wasn't successful. It was unsuccessful, yeah. Here we go. Anna North is leveling. So, missile attack for the fleet she commands, or a 10% bonus to all Empire research. We take the Empire-wide bonus always. Confirm. That's just going to help speed us along, folks. That's not bad at all. Now, anytime the Antarans smash one of your colonies, they immediately retreat to the portal and go home. I don't know why. They could just take it over, conquer, but they don't. It's just a mechanic in the game. It's just for fun. Robo-miner, colonial revenue. And let's jump to the Battleship 3 real quick. Awesome. This is Sol just pumping out battleships here, it looks like. Yeah. They're good at that. This time though, let's go for that Gaia transformation. Let's get it done and let's get that subterranean farm. What this means is that Sol Prime will be able to house several more people once the Gaia transformation is done. So we're at 13 now. We'll try and observe, see how many we gain. I think it'll go to 15 or 16, I'm guessing. And then the subterranean farms will help these farmers grow up our pop and max that out. We'll load some in. And soon Sol, our home planet, will be loaded. But yeah, for our final acts, let's send that battleship down here to join the fleet to take on the Space Dragon. And finally, hydroponic farm completed at Brel Prime. New colony here. Okay. What would be useful for them? Probably neutron collider for production, fungal farm for food, maybe a government support facility, and a research lab. We'll call it there. It'll keep that guy busy for a while. They got a ways to go. And I think that's it, folks. We're 33 minutes in. So if you watched, thank you. I'm going to jump in here, save for now, and until next time, you take care.